this video, we are going to talk about basic rules of vector differentiation. Rule number 1. Suppose we got two vectors. One is the vector u and the second vector is v. Then the derivative of vector u plus vector v can be done by separating them. That is, derivative of vector u with respect to t plus derivative of vector v with respect to t. So differentiation of vector u plus vector v equals to differentiation of vector u plus differentiation of vector v. Similarly, if there are the three vectors u plus v plus w, in that case even you can do the same thing, that is derivative of vector u plus vector v plus vector w with respect to t equals to derivative of vector u with respect to t plus derivative of vector v with respect to t plus differentiation of vector w with respect to t. Rule number 2. The derivative of difference of two vectors. The derivative of vector u minus vector v with respect to t. This can be written as derivative of vector u with respect to t minus derivative of vector v with respect to t. Rule number 3. Under the rule number 3, if the vectors in form of addition and subtraction, then example, here is the derivative of vector u minus vector v plus vector w with respect to t. This can be written as derivative of vector u with respect to t minus derivative of vector v with respect to t plus derivative of vector w with respect to t. Next rule is related to dot product of vectors. Derivative of dot product of vectors. Dot product of u dot v. Derivative of dot product of u dot v. That is equals to, first of all, what you do? You write down derivative of u with respect to t. Then you write down derivative of vector v with respect to t, and in between plus. After that, write down here v dot and you write down the u dot. So derivative of vector u dot v with respect to t equals to vector v dot du by dt plus vector u dot dv by dt. Next rule is related to cross product. Derivative of cross product of vectors. Here are the two vectors, vector u and vector v. So first of all, you write down derivative of vector u with respect to t, and here is the derivative of vector v with respect to t. After that, write down cross here, and here is the cross. After that, here is the du by dt, so write down vector v. Here is the dv by dt, so you write down the vector u here, and in between them the plus. Therefore, derivative of u cross v with respect to t equals to derivative of u with respect to t cross vector v plus vector u cross derivative of vector v with respect to t. Rule number 6. Derivative of vector u cross v dot w with respect to t. First of all, write down derivative of vector u with respect to t, then derivative of vector v with respect to t, and derivative of vector w with respect to t. After that, here is a cross, here is a cross, and here is a dot. After that, at the end, we will write u cross v, and at the beginning, we shall be writing v dot w, and in middle we write here u cross, and here is a dot v, then plus and plus. This is a funny technique but easy to remember. Now derivative of u cross v dot w equals to du by dt cross v dot w plus u cross dv by dt dot w, and u cross v dot dw by dt. Now, rule number 7, the derivative of u cross v cross w with respect to t equals to how much? How to remember the formula? So here is a trick. The trick is write down 3 times 3 brackets. Write down the 3 brackets here. First bracket, second bracket, and this is the third bracket. After that, cross product before every bracket. After that, here is the first case. Write down du by dt, derivative of vector u with respect to t. Then here only vector u. Here is also only vector u. After that, in first bracket, write down vector v cross vector w, and here is a plus, here is also plus. After that, in the second bracket, with derivative of vector v with respect to t cross w. In the last bracket, vector v cross derivative of vector w with respect to t. So the technique was that first we written the 3 brackets, first bracket, second bracket, and third bracket, and cross before every bracket. Then we written here the du by dt, the derivative of vector u with respect to t, and in the first bracket v cross w. In the second bracket, their reverse cross product, that is the derivative of vector v with respect to t cross w, and in the last bracket vector v cross dw by dt. So according to rule number 7, the derivative of u cross v cross w equals to du by dt cross v cross w plus vector u cross derivative of vector v with respect to t cross w plus vector u cross vector v cross derivative of vector w with respect to t. In rule number 8, I am going to talk about the 2 things. One is a s and another is a vector u. S is a scalar, and suppose this scalar depends upon time. Then derivative of s into vector u with respect to t equals to ds by dt multiplied by vector u plus s into derivative of vector u with respect to t. Rule number 9, derivative of vector u divided by s, where s is a scalar depending upon time t. So derivative of vector u divided by s with respect to t equals to s into derivative of u with respect to t minus u into derivative of s with respect to t upon s square. So these are the some basic rules of vector differentiation. In coming videos, we shall be trying to use these formulae in practical applications. How these formulae are useful to solve the various different problems related to vector differentiation, we will see in coming videos. How did you find this video? Let me know. If this video is useful to you, then I would like to request you like, share and subscribe the channel. Meet you again with next topic. Till then, wish you good luck. All the best.